Welcome to Helicopter Explainer. We are on the festive season. We wish you a happy zote. Good Friday and Easter Monday. But as you are there, will you be traveling with your boda to the village? Will you use your yacht? I'm told there's the J tour now. Or will you be driving your Vitz? What about the bodas? Any means of transport. The question is, are you aware there will be Alcoblow over the barabara? What is the law about Alcoblow? Can Alcoblow be administered during the day, or it can only be administered at night? So the question is, we taught you about the speed limit. The speed limit, today we are teaching you about Alcoblow. Is Alcoblow legal or it is illegal? Court Helicopter News brings the law on Alcoblow. That is subsidiary legislation 2026, the Traffic Act Cap 43, the Traffic Drinking Rules 2026. My friend, here they are. These rules may be cited as the Traffic Drinking Rules 2026. It says, what is an alcohol test? I want you to get the definition. It means a test conducted for the purpose of obtaining an indication of the proportion of alcohol in a person's blood by way of 1, a breath test, 2, a urine test, 3, a blood test. So the police can give you a breath test, they can take your urine sample, or they can get blood test. 2, what is blood alcohol concentration? It means the concentration of alcohol in a person's blood measured in terms of mass per volume, as may be expressed in different units. We shall express those units. 3, a lot of debate have been asked, what is a breathalyser? Remember, the first alcohol rules were declared illegal because of they did not specify what a breathalyser is. Now it is here. It means a device of a type approved by the Kenya Bureau of Standards used for the purpose of measuring blood alcohol concentration from a test specimen of breath provided by a person. So that breathalyser, the police have passed the tests of the Kenya Bureau of Standards. It moves on to say, drink driving. What does drink driving means? It means the act of driving, operating, being in charge of or taking control, 1, of a public vehicle, on a motor vehicle, on a public road, or other public places, or attempting to drive, operate, be in charge of, or take control of a motor vehicle on a public road or other public place other than having consumed alcohol to a degree beyond the prescribed limit. For the purpose of this section, this is the maximum permissible limit of blood alcohol concentration. In the case of drivers of public service vehicles, commercial vehicles, or school transport vehicles, how much alcohol are you allowed? Remember, alcohol is in beer, it is in whiskey, it is in wines, it is in changa, it is in anything that contains alcohol. If you are in a public service vehicle, micrograms of alcohol in 100 milliliters of breath. If you take a breathalyser, they will take 100 milliliters of your breath. 0. My friend, what does that mean? If you are driving a commercial vehicle, if you are driving a public service vehicle, you cannot sip even a sip of a beer. You cannot take a tot of a whiskey. You cannot take a glass of wine. It is 0, nil by mouth. That is the law. 2, zero micro, so they have given you. In case of drivers, other than drivers of public service vehicles, commercial vehicles, or school transport vehicles, any other vehicle, 35 micrograms of alcohol in 1 milliliter of breath, 80 micrograms of alcohol in 100 milliliters of blood, or 1 in blood, or 107 micrograms of blood of alcohol in 100 milliliters of urine. So if they take a breath and you are driving a personal vehicle, 35 micrograms. If they take your blood, 80%, 80 micrograms. If it is blood. If it is urine, 105. What is the procedure? Where a police officer in uniform suspects a person of drink driving, the police officer may require the suspected person to provide a specimen for the purpose of conducting an alcohol test. It is only a uniformed police officer. My friend Bramwell tells me at one time he was told to stop by a civilian police officer, and he played the clip of court helicopter. The ununiformed police officer took off. So as you are on the road, only uniformed traffic police officers have that right. 2, if a road traffic accident occurs due to the presence of a motor vehicle on a public road or other public place, a police officer in uniform may require the person whom the police officer has reasonable cause to believe was driving, attempting to drive, operating, or being in charge of a motor vehicle at the time of the accident to provide a specimen for the purpose of conducting an alcohol test. If you are involved in an accident, mark my words, if you are involved in an accident and the police officer looks at you and suspects you are drunk or you have taken alcohol, you will be subjected to a alcohol test. Don't say this is saa saba mchana, this is saa nane usiku, this any accident. Now the law allows the police to check why you intoxicated beyond the level required. 3, where a police officer in uniform suspects that a person who was involved in a road traffic accident, who is in hospital as a patient, was driving, attempting to drive, operating, or being in charge of the motor vehicle at the time of the accident, the police officer may require that suspected person to provide a specimen for the purpose of conducting an alcohol test. If you get an accident and you are taken to hospital, the police officer believes you were the one driving or you are the one in control of the car, they will come to the police and the doctors will take a blood sample. They will test. So stop saying that when you are in hospital, nobody can take your blood. We are teaching you the law. You know now. If you are involved in an accident and you are in hospital, the police, the doctors have a right. The police will always tell the doctors to get a blood sample to test for your blood, your alcohol content. A request under this will be in writing, and that is the issue. It says, where a specimen is provided under sub-rule 4, the specimen shall be collected by a trained medical practitioner and in accordance with the relevant written law and approved medical protocols in force in Kenya. The doctors, the nurses are bound by this law. They will take your sample in hospital. You will not be given a breathalyser in hospital, but the nurses will take your urine, the nurses will take your blood samples. Then it moves on to say, what is the punishment provided for this under the Kenyan law? It moves on to say, wait, number 7. Suppose you refuse. We have seen people refusing, running to the bush, fighting the police officers. What does the law say? Number 7. A person who is suspected of driving, attempting to drive, operating, taking charge, or being in charge of a motor vehicle in a public road or a public place after having consumed alcohol in such quantity that the blood alcohol concentration exceeds the prescribed limit, and who refuses to provide a specimen when requested to do so by a police officer in uniform, commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction to the penalty provided for in the act. So, you will be jailed and you will face the punishment. We remember we gave you the provisions of the punishment. Why do you drink and drive? First of all, is it safe to your life? Very many lives have been lost in this country. Court Helicopter is warning the drivers, is advising the drivers, be careful. The passengers you are carrying are human beings. They are not charcoal. They are not wood. They are not sacks of potato. 2, you who is driving, you can also die. 3, where do you live? The orphans that you have caused, the children of the deceased, they'll never go to school. The parents who are depending on those people. Be very careful. We urge everybody to comply with the road traffic signs. From Court Helicopter, we encourage everybody to be sober while driving. 4th, we encourage, if you are drunk, don't drive. Get a driver to drive you. Life is precious. Those who have lost their lives out of alcohol-related accidents are massive. Let us reduce the road carnage this year. On this matter, we encourage and support, and we urge everybody to follow the directions issued by NTSA, the National Traffic Police, and any relevant arm of government in maintaining. Let us have less accidents. Let us not drink and drive. Save life, but save your own life. Wakili Dan Stanomari, always a pleasure bringing to you the law from Court Helicopter News.